ain't nobody said about the kid, though. No, she said very clearly, she's talking about the wife. She's not talking about the children.
No, she said child. She said child. She said child.
She said Martell needs a DNA test.
Martell needs to go get a blood test.
That's what I didn't hear.
Why are you talking about it then?
If you want to mention somebody other than who you talking to, I think I'm talking about what I want to say. Hey, man, get your hand down. Get your hand down. Get your hand down.
It's one thing to be caught in drama, but it's another to be caught lying, especially when the whole world is watching. For months, fans of Love and Marriage, Huntsville have been whispering about the strange tension between Marsau Scott, Martell Holt, and Destiny Payton. The rumors, the side comments, the social media shade, it all seemed to point towards something deeper. But now, Marsau just blew the lid off everything. He's no longer protecting anyone. He's done playing nice. And the way he just exposed Martell and Destiny's lies has people questioning everything they thought they knew about these so-called friendships.
I heard there's a rumor and I don't need no admissions. All right, I'm just really talking about just making sure you're good.
Yeah.
And if you need anything, I'm there.
I appreciate that.
All right.
But everything's good though.
All right, man. That's what I'm talking about.
Hold up. If Martell and Melody are so good, then why is Melody bringing this up at dinner like it still bothers her?
Hello?
Momo.
What's up, Solo?
So me and Tell, we out here at the lot. I had some concerns from the other night when we talked at dinner.
Okay.
You know how Mel brought up the whole stuff and it got a little uncomfortable. So I just want to make sure that he was all good for everything we got going on. Because when we're talking about getting this whole thing together and getting this whole initiative together, you know, we need everybody's game face.
That's always a concern.
Martell said it happened over a year ago and he's back to being perfect, so that's a good thing. I think he's good. He ain't gonna be on no more of that.
We probably should meet up, man, instead of just conversing over the phone, because I'd like to see exactly how things shake out.
All right, cool.
Because if what Marsau is saying is true, then Martell and Destiny's entire story, their loyalty, their innocence, their friendship was built on nothing but manipulation and cover-ups. And the truth? It's even uglier than the rumors. This isn't just about two cast members with secrets. This is about how far people will go to protect their image when the cameras stop rolling, and what happens when one person finally decides to tell the truth. Before this latest explosion, things between the three of them were already complicated. Martell and Destiny were once seen as close, maybe too close. Their bond went beyond friendship, at least in the eyes of fans. It started back when Destiny joined the show, fresh from her divorce.
Also did an interview out here saying, I'm like, why would this dude even fix his mouth to say something about my charge? So what's the problem with you then?
Every time he opens his mouth to say something about Marsau, he gonna be talking about Martell.
I never say about you.
Tell
You
about what Marsau knows about Martell. I'm telling you right now, I don't have no respect for you.
Okay, it's like dude code, and it's like them we together. I'm not saying nothing about it.
Oh, we've never been together.
Where the pictures at, Martell? Let me see.
Just my boy. Go ahead and say your shit.
Keep going, big fella. Keep going, big fella.
I'm done. Hold on.
She leaned on Martell for support, and he was there, almost too there. He called her sis, joked around with her son, and even once said Destiny's child looked like him. At first, it seemed harmless. People laughed it off as Martell being Martell, playful, arrogant, and a little too comfortable crossing boundaries. But when rumors started swirling that their connection might be deeper than friendship, both of them denied it. Destiny brushed it off, saying people were just reading too much into things. Martell laughed, saying folks were just trying to create drama. But here's the twist: it wasn't the fans who created the drama. It was the way Martell and Destiny acted when they thought nobody was paying attention. Backstage whispers from the crew hinted that Martell was often seen checking in on Destiny in ways that didn't look strictly platonic. Late-night phone calls. Private meetups after filming.
That's what I need after a long day.
No kids, just peace and quiet, a little bit of adult time, a little bit of work.
Coordinate a lot of stuff. I've got to make phone calls all day today, all day tomorrow.
And while Destiny tried to play it cool, her body language told another story. She'd defend Martell in every argument. She'd go quiet when his name came up in gossip. And she'd shut down any talk about her love life the second someone mentioned him. Still, nobody had hard proof. Until Marsau stepped in. Marsau Scott has always been one of the few people who could go toe-to-toe with Martell. He's seen it all: the lies, the temper, the manipulation. For years, he stayed quiet. But after watching the chaos unfold season after season, Marsau finally decided to speak up. And what he said left fans speechless. In a recent sit-down, Marsau made it clear Martell and Destiny's so-called friendship was not what they claimed. He didn't call it an affair. He didn't throw out wild accusations.
This whole situation is foul. There's no way to paint it any other way. There's no way to make it something else. It's just foul. And the part that I don't like the most is that you try to drag my name in the gutter where y'all.
But the way he spoke, the pauses, the tone, the choice of words said everything. He said Martell had a habit of using people's emotions for his own gain. And when he mentioned Destiny, his expression changed. He said she was too loyal to the wrong person. That one line set off a firestorm. Because it hinted at something deeper, that Destiny wasn't just caught up in Martell's games, but that she might have helped him cover things up. See, fans always wondered how Martell managed to keep certain secrets hidden during his messy split with Melody. Whenever something explosive came out, Destiny somehow seemed to be one step ahead, defending him, denying rumors, or downplaying his behavior. Marsau's revelation made people wonder if Destiny was more involved in Martell's chaos than anyone realized. And when you look back, it starts making sense. During one heated episode, when Martell was called out for spreading lies about Melody, Destiny jumped in to shift the focus. She said people were always picking on Martell and that everyone has their own stuff. It seemed like she was trying to calm things down. But in hindsight, it looks more like she was protecting him and herself. Marsau didn't stop there. He said Martell creates stories to stay relevant. He called him a man who thrives on confusion. Coming from Marsau, those words hit hard, because he's played the game long enough to recognize when someone's using the cameras to manipulate reality. Then he dropped the line that changed everything. Marsau said, when lies become someone's lifestyle, the truth becomes their biggest fear. That wasn't just a quote. That was a warning. He didn't name names, but everyone knew who he was talking about. From that moment, social media exploded. Fans flooded timelines, connecting dots from old episodes. Clips started circulating, moments where Martell and Destiny exchanged knowing looks, where their stories didn't quite match up, where Marsau sat back silently with that knowing smirk he's famous for. People started asking, was Destiny hiding something all along? And if she was, why now? That's when things got even more intense. Reports started surfacing that Marsau had receipts, texts, recordings, and behind-the-scenes footage showing just how deep the lies went. Some insiders claimed that Marsau had been sitting on this information for months, waiting for the right time to expose it. He didn't want to come off as messy. But when Martell allegedly tried to drag Marsau and Tisha into his latest scandal, that was the breaking point. Marsau wasn't about to let his name be used as a shield for Martell's drama. So he fought back, not with gossip, but with truth. He called Martell out publicly, questioning his credibility, his motives, and even his version of friendship. Marsau hinted that Martell's pattern of lying wasn't limited to his marriage, it extended to his friendships too. He said, people confuse loyalty with silence. Just because I didn't say anything doesn't mean I didn't see everything. That one sentence hit like a thunderclap. Because it confirmed what so many fans suspected, that Marsau had been holding back for years. He had seen the lies, the manipulation, the emotional games, and now he was finally ready to let it all out. Destiny, on the other hand, stayed quiet. No denial. No response. Just silence. Which only fueled the fire. Fans started dragging her online, saying her silence spoke louder than any statement could. If it's not true, why not defend yourself? One commenter wrote. If Marsau's lying, show the receipts, another demanded. But Destiny just kept posting cryptic messages, quotes about protecting your peace and knowing when to walk away. To fans, that sounded like guilt. To Marsau, it probably sounded like confirmation. Because the truth is, Destiny's connection with Martell was never just about friendship. It was about survival. When she joined the show, she needed an ally. Martell gave her that. But in return, she gave him something just as valuable: cover. A person who could stand by his side and make him look human again after everything he'd done to Melody. But the moment Marsau exposed that dynamic, the illusion shattered. Suddenly, all those moments that once looked like loyalty started looking like lies. The chemistry, the jokes, the shared secrets, they weren't harmless anymore. They were evidence. And the deeper fans looked, the worse it got. People began revisiting old interviews where Destiny refused to answer questions about Martell. They remembered how she fell out with Melody right after defending him. They remembered how Marsau and Tisha started keeping their distance from both of them quietly, but noticeably. It wasn't random. It was a reaction. Marsau saw the manipulation long before the rest of us did. But now, he's choosing to expose it. What makes this revelation even more powerful is how calm Marsau has been through it all. He didn't rant on social media. He didn't post angry videos. He simply told the truth and let it speak for itself. That's why people are calling him the voice of reason on the show right now. And ironically, that calmness makes Martell's response even louder because Martell can't stay calm. After Marsau's comments went viral, Martell fired back online, accusing Marsau of deflecting and trying to make himself look good. But even then, his reaction felt defensive, not convincing. He didn't address the lies. He didn't explain the inconsistencies. He just attacked Marsau's credibility, like he always does when he's cornered. It's the same pattern we've seen for years. When the truth gets close, Martell shifts the blame. He starts another argument. He throws out distractions. But this time, it's not working. Because Marsau's words hit too deep. And Destiny? Her silence has become her biggest downfall. Fans who once defended her are now turning away. They're tired of the half-truths and the vague answers. They want transparency and she's not giving it. At this point, the situation has gone beyond gossip. It's about integrity. Marsau's revelations have forced everyone on the cast to rethink their alliances. Tisha, who has always been protective of her husband, is standing by him, making it clear she supports his decision to speak out. Meanwhile, Melody's reaction says it all: quiet satisfaction. She's been warning people about Martell's manipulative behavior for years. And now, finally, someone else has confirmed it publicly. For once, it's not Melody versus Martell. It's truth versus lies. And that's a battle Martell can't seem to win anymore. What makes Marsau's move so powerful isn't just what he said, it's what he didn't say. He left enough room for people to fill in the blanks themselves. He let the truth breathe. And that silence, that confidence, that refusal to get messy, that's what gives his words weight. Because let's be real, when Marsau speaks, he doesn't do it to trend. He does it to teach a lesson. And the lesson here is clear: no matter how well you hide your lies, the truth always finds a way out. Destiny's reputation is now hanging by a thread. Martell's already fractured image has taken another hit. And Marsau? He's walking away with more respect than ever. But this story isn't over. The next season of Love and Marriage, Huntsville, is shaping up to be explosive. Fans are already speculating that production might dig deeper into these claims. The cameras will be rolling, and nobody's going to be able to hide behind vague answers anymore. If Marsau truly has the receipts people are whispering about, we might finally see the real story, unedited and undeniable. And when that happens, everything we thought we knew about Martell and Destiny's friendship might crumble for good. It's funny how things come full circle. Martell built his image on charm and control. Destiny built hers on loyalty and grace. But in the end, both were exposed by the same thing: the truth they tried to avoid. Marsau's calm exposure didn't just reveal lies. It revealed how fake connections fall apart when faced with honesty. And that's the beauty and the tragedy of it all. Because behind the fame, the cameras, and the carefully crafted images, these are still real people fighting real battles with pride, fear, and ego all tangled together. Marsau may have exposed Martell and Destiny's lies, but in doing so, he also reminded everyone watching that no lie lasts forever. The truth might take time, but when it finally shows up, it doesn't need to shout. It just needs to stand there and speak for itself. So now the question isn't whether Marsau was right. The question is whether Martell and Destiny are finally ready to face what they've been hiding from all along. Because as Marsau said, when lies become your lifestyle, the truth becomes your biggest fear. And right now, it looks like that fear has finally caught up with them. What do you think? Did Marsau finally do what everyone else was too afraid to? Is Destiny guilty of protecting Martell's lies or just another victim of his manipulation? Whatever side you're on, one thing's for sure: the truth always finds its voice. And this time, it came from Marsau Scott.